Alright, I'm live. I'm here, don't panic. I had to finish my food. You didn't want me chomping down the microphone. That would just been rude. Hey Paul, hey all cash. Right, so this is the Shapeshifting Detective. It is out today. I totally bought this code, so no disclaimer needed. Whoa, okay. Hey Ray! It's another FMB, same vein as The Infectious Madness of Dr. Decker, you know how much we loved that. And it has Alkesh's favourite actress in Speak of the Devil. So, also, that dude looks like Zac Efron, but like a really budget version. So we're going to begin. Let's just have a... Oh god, hang on. Settings. Yes. The lady that plays Mariana in Dr. Decker. Hey, Ellie Chester! Okay, I thought I'd selected settings. Apparently I selected new game. Okay. Ooh, oil and paint.
You're listening to Radio August. Dark Nights with Poe and Monroe.
That's okay.
It's 5 o'clock and I'm Alice Monroe with your August update. August police are appealing for information following the murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw. Miss Shaw's body was discovered last night. Chief DuPont is calling the crime a violent and despicable act. Anyone with information about the murder is urged to get in touch via the department's confidential tip hotline. It's horrible, Poe.
Indeed it is.
That's okay, look away. It will be spoilers, but I'm hoping it's that whole randomized thing.
You need to learn when to keep your mouth shut.
Are you talking to the deer? Or me? Okay. Who are you?
Exactly. Rewind.
Ooh. Bleep bloop. Play it again, Sam. You need to learn when to keep your mouth shut. Okay, well that was my first achievement. Let's start again! Okay, this time I want to go to the settings. I want to make... subtitles, voiceovers. Let's turn the volume down a teensy bit. Right.
You're listening to Radio August.
Yeah, they've gotten
Dark
really
Nights
good at doing these.
with Poe and Monroe.
It's 5 o'clock and I'm
the
Alice
quality is
Monroe with your
increased
August update.
exponentially.
August police are appealing for information following the murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw. Miss Shaw's body was discovered last night. Chief DuPont is calling the crime a violent and despicable act. Anyone with information about the murder is urged to get in touch via the department's confidential tip hotline. It's horrible, Poe.
Indeed it is.
I like the paint effects. Right. Let's try this properly.
You need to learn when to keep your mouth shut.
Okay, so I'm guessing that keeps my mouth shut.
You know
Hey,
why
Jesse.
you're here, don't you?
Oh, bleep bloop. Strong silent type, 10G. You deleted a question. No, I don't know why I'm here.
The dead girl. And this. What exactly were you thinking?
I don't know.
You have one job. Don't get caught. Do you think you can do that this time?
Yes?
It's a rhetorical question. You're going to a town called August. Find Chief DuPont. He's gonna think you're someone else. This person. This is who you are now.
Ooh.
Understood?
Yes.
Splendid. If someone so much as sniffs that you're different, you'll be deprecated.
Ooh!
Deprecated.
I'm not code.
We expect you to use your ability. Just don't get caught. And never, ever change into a child.
In brighter news, August resident Mia French is celebrating the return of her missing pooch, Barley. The 8-month-old Basset Hound puppy was found outside Daryl's Chicken and Ribs.
And that's 5 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
I'm Violet. Welcome to the guest house. There are some rules. In particular, no shoes in the guest house. The carpets are priceless. Now, how long are you staying for?
You have a t-shirt with deprecated on it. Cool, that's cool. Alright, I'm not sure.
That's fine. It's yours for as long as you want it.
That's cool, little cash.
There's not been many visitors of late. Perhaps the murder will bring some tourists in. It's just you and some tarot readers at the moment. It's deathly quiet.
Hi, Nikki.
Yes, the murder. You haven't spoken to the chief yet, have you? Chief Dupont. He's the one who booked the room for you. You look lost. You should probably go and speak to the chief. Your room is just down the hall, last on the left. It has its own back door. The chief said that's the way you'd like it.
Just finishing. Yeah, it's a big place. Hi, I'm Bronwyn.
Bronwyn!
Pleased to meet you, Sam. If you'd like a reading.
Sure.
So, what's your question, Sam?
Will I win?
The Fool.
Oh dear.
I'm going to see a lot more of you, aren't I, Sam? Well, enjoy the journey. But remember, not everything is winnable. I'm in room 1 and that's down the hall. Lorraine's in 2, Lexi's in 3. And which room are you in, Sam?
I'd rather not.
Mysterious. But I know you're in room 4, Sam. Don't do anything I wouldn't do in there.
If they're a negative person, you don't necessarily need to give them all of your time and your emotions.
Mm-hmm.
So perhaps, Marek, you need to take a step back, I think, in this case.
Very good.
Thank you for your dreams.
Welcome to Poe's Curiosity Shop. All right, so what have we here today?
I actually think this one...
Okay. Room 4. 4's a good number. So 7, and 7 is how many viewers I have today. Hello, 7 viewers. Okay. We are spinning around the room. Stop spinning! My day was fine. Okay, leave.
China?
No.
Okay, fine.
Mexico?
No.
Visit
Good,
chief.
you got my message. Chief Inspector DuPont. I wasn't sure you'd come, but I suppose you're between jobs? Well, we both know that's not true. But I like it. Sam, that's your cover now. So, the job. Dorota Shaw,
He knows.
21, accomplished cellist, redhead. Strangled. I know who did it, but I need proof. It's tarot readers.
You think the tarot readers?
Because they predicted it. The older one, Bronwyn, she came into my office last night talking all crazy and saying Dorota was in trouble. I did my best not to lock her up. It all sounded crazy to me. Tarot, the spirit world, cards that move, trans-dimensional thingamajigs.
I'm a
To be
shapeshifting
honest, I thought she'd
detective,
been smoking something. And that's why I didn't take it seriously.
and you obviously know.
Because
So
things, I don't have enough on her. That's where you come in. The free guest house stay isn't free. I need you to work the case and report back to me. Find out things from the inside. Can you do it?
I'll try. How is everyone else's day?
Okay. I'll be telling everyone that you've been hired by the Shaws because obviously local law enforcement is either too incompetent or too overworked to solve anything. That gives you a license to talk to people, but only notionally. Don't actually touch people or annoy them. You don't have any real authority, understand? But you help me out, I'll help you.
Okay.
Do I have to spell it out?
Yes!
I'll make your problem go away, or at least sink it to the bottom of a pile of paperwork.
Problem? What's my problem?
Your old town? The problem? Come and find me when you're settled. This is Second Chance Sunday for you, Sam. Don't blow it.
Okay, who's this? Tell me about...
What do you want to know? She was a cellist, selected for a scholarship at Juilliard. It was in the local paper. I'm more of a Bon Jovi fan myself. Don't read the paper, do you? Yesterday, Monday the 9th at approximately 9 p.m, according to the coroner, we got a call from the mother just after 10
was Monday
p.m.
the 5th.
In her bedroom. She was naked. Strangled. No signs of sexual activity of any kind. It was a weird scene to look at. There was one thing, but it's strictly between you and me. Dorota had a gold coin in her mouth. I'm being serious now, Sam. Not a word of this. It's the one thing only the killer would know.
Interesting.
Born here, runs the local guest house. Lovely lady. Where are you going with this, Sam? What's she told you? Look, if it's about the pills, I already know.
The pills?
Not much. Perhaps you should do some investigating?
Okay, I'm going to leave
This one
the...
is also heavy, because everything seems to be made out of wood and metal. So this one has got a heavy metal handle, and then it's got a circular face.
Vicky, did
and
you
what
sit on the
looks like
keyboard?
could have perhaps been maybe a shiny metal. And
Where do you think it's from? What
where is it from?
area?
Right.
Oh,
Okay.
Where in the world
Okay.
is this
First
from?
things first.
Europe?
Let's talk to Violet.
I
She's
assume
in
you've been to
charge.
see Chief DuPont already.
Okay.
Not
Did you-
really. I'm sure she was a precious lamb, though.
Bless.
Yes, a lamb. Young. Innocent.
She's
Lambs get
delightful.
slaughtered, though, don't they? Nice, yes, that's a good description. Actually, I thought she was a bit slutty, to be honest.
After the costume you wore in your last thing.
You should talk to her boyfriend. I'm sure they weren't exclusive.
Ooh, we have a boyfriend.
Oscar lives at the vicarage next to the church.
Oh dear.
Don't tell him I sent you, though. I'm sure he's sick of seeing people already. They're tarot readers. I'm thinking of asking them to leave, actually. Because they may have killed someone. It's not great for my reputation, is it? Stay at Violet's, the home of killers and hobos. I'm sorry, it's a derogatory
No, the
word,
carpets
isn't
are
it?
really valuable.
But strange people seem
So no
to
shoes in the guest
gravitate
house.
towards this guest house, Sam. I think I'll get the sign changed.
Yeah, she said the first rule for the guest house is no shoes because the carpets are very valuable. So that's why she's not wearing
It's the
shoes.
strangest thing.
That's
I
really cute.
honestly don't remember. But I imagine I was here or getting groceries somewhere.
Okay. So she doesn't remember what she was doing
No,
last
and I
night.
didn't murder her, if that's what you're asking. I take clozapine. I think they're for anxiety. I'm a very anxious
You
person.
think they're for anxiety? You're taking medication? I'm not going to ask that question. You don't know what it
again.
is?
Okay. The bells are very cute.
Mm-hmm.
They've got small engraving on them.
Sam,
Let's talk to
Is it?
Bronwyn.
I'm sensing you're not here for a reading.
No, Bronwyn. I have some
Chief
questions.
DuPont thinks I did it. I'm hoping you'll convince him otherwise.
Okay.
I didn't. We've only been here 2 days. I understand it's suspicious me being a stranger in town, but it's the truth. We saw danger in the cards and we tried to stop it. Trust me, Sam, we're on the same team.
Are we?
We saw it in the cards, not images, feelings, impressions. Tarot can be very powerful.
Okay. No, you can't ask who the killer is. That's not how it works. Oops.
You don't believe. That's okay.
Okay.
In my room, reading, I found a trashy romance novel under the bed. I'm assuming it's Violet's. It's all swooning heroines and brooding vampire Casanovas. Thank God Lexi saved me. She came to my room to chat for a little while. That was around 9, I think. You can ask her.
Okay. So.
I
buying
said
each
the
other.
book was trashy. Look at this place. If her guest house is anything to go by, Violet's the opposite of trashy.
Okay.
An Asian animal, but I'm not sure.
Okay. Let's visit Lexi first then.
Hi, Sam, is it? Come on in, make yourself at home. Mi casa es su casa. Come on.
Okay.
I don't know anyone in this town, except for Bronwyn and Rain, obviously, and Violet, and the Chief, and now you. Sorry, I'm a bit nervous.
Why are you nervous?
Good old-fashioned fortune-telling. Well, kind of. We drew a card each and smushed them all together. Do you know what the most dangerous tarot card is?
The happy squirrel.
You've done your research. The happy squirrel was vague and mysterious, but not evil. The Five of Swords. I think so anyway. There's
Yeah,
nothing more dangerous than
gonna
someone
say.
taking whatever they want, no matter the cost.
It had to be a sword card.
Yeah, I did. Rain got the Knight of Wands, that's Dorota, and Bronwyn got the Ten of Swords, which is, well, you know, swords in general are bad.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
She's like my big sister, so pretty well.
No.
You know the Chief's got it all wrong. Ron could never hurt anyone, but I'm sure a smart detective like you can help prove she's innocent.
You're assuming.
Ah, that's mean. She didn't do it anyway. Chief DuPont's crazy.
Okay.
The cards told us to. Well, the cards of Rain. Tarot gives us a rough direction and he narrows it down with some astrological jiggery-pokery. He's basically a walking esoteric library. And if that sounds dull, let me reassure you, it is.
Okay, so Rain is suspicious.
No. Well, yeah. Well, no. We have a job to do.
Job?
I didn't say job. I said job.
Not a
Okay.
type of vegetable.
We make a cheese obelisk, a chob, and depending on the shape of that chob, we get different answers to questions.
Huh?
No, you don't. I was in my room all night with Bronwyn. We were painting our nails.
Okay, you're totally lying.
No, I mean, yeah, I've already cleaned it off.
Okay, so she's really suspicious.
So that in particular is a physical need for life.
So that was Lexi.
So what we're also...
You must be a new guest.
Well, I don't
Or your
like him
burglar
already.
mess. I'm Rain, by the way.
He's also wearing shoes. Yeah, I'm gonna snub him. Smug bastard.
I heard you say earlier your name's
Or are they
Sam.
slippers?
You don't look like a Sam.
Well, I can look like whoever I want.
I didn't know her. I know she was called Dorota Shaw. She was young, had red hair, a talented musician. Next victim? Whoa! Hold on a sec, we don't even know if there's going to be a next victim or not. We'll do another group reading soon, and then we'll have a better idea. We did a reading. A group reading, actually. With a special tarot deck. You get it piecemeal. Not everything in one reading. The last one we did showed a young woman being murdered. Young, talented, probably red-headed.
Okay.
Mercury.
Oddly specific.
It's not exactly from here. With a normal tarot deck, you'd have the question, so you'd be the querent. With Mercury, it gives you the question and the answer. The cards themselves kind of change. It's a special deck.
Okay, you just basically said it's a special deck. It's a special
I
deck.
don't have it at the moment. Bronwyn has it.
Okay, well, I'll go see Bronwyn then.
I was in my room. Praying, actually. I don't believe in God, but I was still praying. It didn't work.
Okay.
I don't believe in anything, but I also believe anything is possible, so it's a conundrum.
Okay, well, so far,
Like a bell ringing
he's
in
just
reverse.
smug and
The purpose of most spirit
You know,
chimes is
an
to
arse
keep
face.
spirits away.
Lexi is very suspicious right now.
Mercury? Sure. I'll just get it. It feels a bit sacrilegious just spreading it out to show you. It doesn't really answer questions, it more asks them. Do you want it to ask you a question, Sam?
Yeah, sure. Better not be bloody Cards Against Humanity.
It wants to know if you're happy being the person you are now.
Interesting. Yes.
Mercury doesn't agree. In fact, if anything, and I could be wrong, it's suggesting that you're not even the person you're saying you are now. I've only had that reading once before.
Okay.
Nightmare.
Nightmares.
Firstly, thank you for writing this one in. She says, I dream that I'm in a strange house. but
Alright, let's see if Violet has any more. No. Okay.
had. Every time I find a new room, there's
Right.
another room leading
I
off
don't
it.
trust Lexi.
But then I start noticing all these
So
holes
far,
in the room.
she's totally
Big
the
dark holes.
one.
It's
Like-
6 o'clock, and you're listening to Radio August.
bleep, bloop.
Police
Play
investigating
me
the
by
murder
the
of
hour,
Dorota
10G.
Shaw are
Made
appealing
it
to the
for the
community
first
to
hour.
help catch her killer. The body of 21-year-old Miss Shaw, an accomplished cellist, was found in her home last night. Police are describing the murder as a violent and despicable act. Monroe?
It's just terrible. Meanwhile, out of respect for the victim and her family, this weekend's Tulip Festival has been postponed. New dates will be announced shortly, so do stay tuned to Radio August for updates.
I heard Dorota
Love
Shaw
the
was
paint
due to
effects.
play this weekend.
At the Tulip Festival.
Indeed. I understand why they'd want to postpone it. Tonight the weather will be mostly dry and
Water
warm,
going
but
on
be on the
there?
lookout for dark clouds on the horizon,
Possibly
as there may
baking
be
soda.
scattered showers. Best take an umbrella, Monroe, so you don't get wet.
I like getting wet. That's 6 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
So that said 6 p.m. A dame to die for. Keep
Well,
investigating.
what I can tell you is that how...
Okay, let's go talk to the chief. Alright, let's ask him if he's got an
Do I have an alibi for last night? Do I? Okay. I was here, and there are video monitors that will prove it. Thanks for ruling me out, genius.
Well, I had to ask.
Pains me to think that I was even on the list, but I'm ruled out because we have video footage of me in the station at the time of the murder. Rain says he was praying in his room, alone. Nobody corroborates. Bronwyn and Lexi say they were in the same room last night. Shame they can't agree which one. The tarot readers have mentioned a job. We don't know what. Violet says she doesn't remember last night, and you found out she's taking pills. Perhaps they're related.
If she's
That's it.
schizophrenic, then... Yeah. Oh, so you just basically summed up what we know.
Do you think it is?
Oh, wow.
Okay, well, let's go to the next
It's
chapter.
6 o'clock, and you're listening to Radio August. Police investigating the murder
I
of
just like
Dorota
looking
Shaw
at these
are appealing to the
screens.
community to help catch her killer. The body of
Yeah, but I mean, I
21-year-old
could have
Miss Shaw,
footage to
an
prove
accomplished
it.
cellist, was found in her home last night.
I mean, I'm a
Police are
shape-shifting
describing
detective.
the murder
I
as
could
a
be
violent
him.
and despicable act. Monroe?
It's just terrible. Meanwhile, out of respect for the victim and her family, this weekend's Tulip Festival has been postponed. New dates will be announced shortly, so do stay tuned to Radio August for updates.
I heard Dorota Shaw was due to play this weekend.
At the Tulip Festival.
Indeed. I understand why they'd want to postpone it. Tonight the
I think there's
weather
some
will be
ink
mostly
going
dry
on.
and warm, but be on the lookout for dark clouds on the horizon, as there may be scattered showers. Best take an umbrella, Monroe, so you don't get wet.
I like getting wet. That's 6 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
I didn't, see too much. Okay, come on, next chapter,
See on his
please.
face.
Right.
These tattoos are a reminder that some
Let's
things are...
go see if
Any more news on Oscar Wainwright? Just the tarot readers. No one else is remotely suspicious compared to them. Dorota's an only child. She lived with her mum and dad. Monday night was movie night, so they'd go and watch the 8 o'clock at the Odeon. Dorota would get the house to herself. They're devastated, naturally. They left town to stay with relatives. They didn't do it, Sam. Although, perhaps I should have made them stay.
House. But in the dream, it's my house.
Who are you?
I'm a shape-shifting detective.
Right, because the local police are so rubbish. It's been a day, a whole day. It's typical of them.
A whole day. Okay.
Yeah, I went round there in the afternoon. Her parents were at work, and we were, hanging out. I left at about 5.
I swear one of the questions on the previous screen was how long have you been doing Dorota?
I'm playing football. It was just
Probably
5
did not
aside.
say that.
Finished at about 9:30. I called her, but she never picked up.
Oh, dating! Okay, I've got a dirty mind.
Not much. They always seemed happy to see me. I don't think they meant it. They wanted Dorota to focus on her music. Not long, a couple of months maybe. We did care for each other. No one. She was really popular. What, you mean watching us? That's disturbing. No,
Like all the games
no, it
in the
couldn't have been.
background.
The only place you could have hidden would be in the closet, and I suppose someone could have hidden in the closet. Not hidden. Well, she liked it. Liked me to watch. Not other guys. Just
Okay.
she had these, voyeur fantasies.
I don't think we need to go down that road.
Clothes, mainly. I did see something that freaked me out a bit. She had a wedding dress in there. She knew I'd seen it, but we never talked about it. Not even as a joke.
Well, it's very unlikely that she was planning
Thank you
to
for your
marry.
dreams.
Okay.
Dreams
And nightmares.
with Poe and Monroe. So, Robin's had this dream recently.
Okay, let's talk about it. Hi.
She flaunts herself. Her body. Had boudoir photographs taken. Who do you think those photos were for, Sam? Her mother? Not really, just gossip. Apparently she went to have some portrait photos done and started stripping off. Weston's photographic. Zach Weston. He'll get himself into trouble one of these days. If you keep taking pictures of pretty girls in their underwear, somebody's going to get upset. Vicar's son! No, as far as I can tell, Oscar is a good boy. But we've all got different faces now, haven't we, Sam? The masks we wear. I could be a satanic cultist behind closed doors, but you'd never know, would you, Sam?
You could be a siren.
Zach's the local photographer. You should go and talk to him, Sam. You're good at talking. At Weston's photographic, off the high road. It's late, but he's always there.
Interesting.
I have a good memory. I'm still holding grudges from when I was 4.
Who do you have a grudge against from when you were 4?
That's happened in your past, and you feel overwhelmed by the...
Okay, let's start with that.
Oh, she gets easily confused. Youth of today. Fine. Jeeve Dupont was breathing down our necks, so we thought it would be simpler if we stuck together. If these walls weren't separating our rooms, then technically it'd be true. To protect Lexi. None of this is her fault, and she gets anxious easily. I was just trying to take the pressure off. I'm sorry, Sam. I never usually lie. Rain's a big boy. He can handle himself. Besides, I'd be highly suspicious if Rain claimed to be doing anything else other than reading on a Monday night. That's pretty much all he does every night. Yes, he came to see me. He wanted to know that she was okay, spiritually speaking. No, I wouldn't know how. I'm a tarot reader, not a medium. Maybe I should have pretended, though. Made up some fake message from her to give him some comfort.
This is a lot better than
I don't
trying
actually
to
believe in the spirit world.
figure
not
out
as you know it anyway.
questions. And
In the
type them
field
in.
of archaeology, hadn't had a breath of fresh air in
Obviously,
8 months.
There's less
This
mystery
Sam.
to it.
What can I do for you? We're trying to save people. I said we're trying. We have a gift. We have Mercury, the tarot. It tells us where bad things are going to happen, and we try and stop them.
Okay.
We didn't. Lexi used a Ouija board to get the name.
Okay.
It's Lexi's thing. I don't personally go near them, but in this case, it did help.
Oh, it's a scruff.
No. Lexi needs to give it context from the tarot reading. A lot of the time, it comes up with nothing. Or a sordid comment directed at Lexi. I think that's why she keeps using it, to be honest.
Okay.
Once we thought there was going to be a murder, Lexi used the Ouija board to find out the victim's name. It spelled out the rota.
Okay.
Just... This is going to sound weird. Most people believe Ouija boards contact the dead. So if Lexi contacts a dead person, that person needs to know what happens in the future. Ergo, maybe the person she's contacting is from the future. A time traveler who died here.
Okay, let's just not go down that route.
You don't believe me?
No.
Well, ask Lexi or Bron. They've got their own ideas, but my theory is definitely the more plausible.
Yeah, let's spawn all the evil for lols. I like that plan.
Birmingham.
Birmingham?
You couldn't save anyone there either. The problem with travellers is... Well, let's put a pin in this one, Sam.
The problem with travellers... Birmingham? Travellers?
Let me ask Bronwyn. If she says it's okay to talk about it, it's okay to talk about it.
Okay.
Few things they had been able to ascertain about their mystifying discovery.
First of all,
and
let's
the
go
four scientists
out and
knew
ask
there was
Lexi about
much
this
more.
Ouija
Hi Sam,
board.
back from more already? I didn't. How did you find out? Am I in trouble? Ron was worried about me not having an alibi. She was logged in doing phone readings, so she's alright. But there's nothing to prove that I was here. I was though, cross my heart and hope to die.
She was logged in doing phone readings? She didn't say that.
Oh, it's just your run-of-the-mill spirit communication device? Want to know how it works?
Yes.
Cool, okay. So Ouija boards send us messages from the spirit world, right? But where is the spirit world? I mean, there's planets and stars and space. The spirit world must be really far away beyond all that.
Okay.
With so far to travel, messages from the spirit world must take ages to get here. Like how light from the sun takes 8 minutes or something to reach us. You still with me? Oh, you're sweet.
Bleep
what was
bloop.
I?
Patient
so here's
listener,
my point.
10G.
The spirit world
Listen
is
to the
actually
Ouija
several
thing.
hours ahead of us. That's how we get messages about things that haven't happened yet.
Listen to Lexi's Ouija board.
That's how we got Dorota's name. Because in the spirit world, she was already dead.
Wow.
I know, mind-blowing.
Indeed.
Traveller, that's a really old role-playing game, isn't it?
You're really bad.
Oh, did you now? Well then, you know what I know. I guess you must be a part of our inner circle. How does it feel? No, I think Bronwyn met him though. This morning, he only wanted to see her. I guess he didn't want anyone else to hear what he had to say.
Drugs are bad,
He'd be
kids.
strapped in.
Yes, Ross. Yes, they are.
Dimitri took a deep breath. Let's do it.
So, Bronwyn was not doing readings.
It's Lexi's. I like to think it works the way most metaphysical things work. Through energy. Tarot cards, runes, Ouija boards. They're just devices for asking questions and receiving answers. But energy is what powers them.
Okay.
Besides, we don't want you down there any longer than necessary. Neither do
So
I.
everyone's lying about
Dimitri.
everyone. God damn it.
Even in the moons.
Has he talked to Bronwyn yet? Or will that be a tomorrow?
Rated.
That'll be a tomorrow question.
Dr. Utani checked in with him at regular intervals.
So Violet's taking medication
I'm
for
of depth of
schizophrenia.
descent. 200 meters.
And had blackouts.
300 meters.
Bronwyn
400.
lied.
500. 600. 700.
Lexi
Near
lied,
the
but
end of the rope
then...
now. She informed Dimitri
so
at 800
Bronwyn
meters.
is suspicious.
If we lose communication, just... The rest was inaudible. I'll just tug the rope and you'll pull me back up, Dimitri said to himself. After
What's going on
commenting
with the
what was
radio?
probably a few
Maybe there'll
hundred
be
meters
something
more, he jerked to a sudden halt. That's the end of the rope.
I'm
Dimitri
assuming
said
I
out
should have
loud.
been able to actually tune
He
that
wasn't
up
sure
better.
why he suddenly...
Okay, let's go to my room.
Your ability isn't endless. It will run out at some point.
Okay.
This deep and dark void. Alright, let's have some light.
Let's
he
go
said
and
as he
visit the photographer.
It's 7 o'clock, and here's the latest August update. Chief DuPont of August Police is urging residents to be vigilant tonight following the
Camera
brutal
never
murder
lies.
of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw. Whilst he stresses there is no immediate threat to the community at large, residents should be on the lookout until the killer is in police custody. Miss Shaw was found strangled in her bedroom home last night. Poe, I heard she was found by her mother.
Truly awful. Mother caught me up to all sorts of mischief in my bedroom. Also in the news, emergency services were called to the crossroads at Grange Avenue and Church Street following a collision between two cars. There are no reports of any serious injuries, but you might want to take a different route for now.
Oh no. It's going to be one of those nights, Poe.
Stay with me, doll. I'll keep you safe.
I'm not going anywhere. That's 7 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
Keep investigating.
I'll make a copy of the etchings for you, Dr. Utani.
I want to know where this dude...
Yep, that's what you told me too. Not a suspect. Figures. Got any proof? Get proof. Then I can haul them in. Rain says he was praying in his room, alone. Nobody corroborates. Roman and Lexi lied about their alibis. I'm thinking what to do about it. Apparently, Lexi used a Ouija board to get Dorota's name. The tarot readers mentioned Birmingham. You're looking into it. There's some talk about a traveller, whatever that is. Oscar's not a suspect. He was playing football last night with lots of witnesses. According to Oscar, Dorota had a wedding dress in her closet, which is strange. Violet says she doesn't remember last night, but I've got that in hand. And finally, you pulled the name Zach Weston from somewhere, saying he's the town photographer? I've never run into him. Still, I guess I'm not in the papers that much.
Okay.
That's it.
Do we know where Zach
Lifted up
Weston
towards the
is?
surface. Faster! Please go faster!
Let's go and see Oscar.
That's personal.
Okay, well, let's not be a dick.
I can't really explain it. I'm just floating at the moment. Nothing seems real. I thought she might be able to talk to her, you know? Some people can do that. I just wanted to know she was okay. To say sorry.
He looks about 18.
If I'd have been there, she wouldn't have died.
Well, you both might have died. Ha-ha!
I'd have saved her.
You don't know that.
No, not to me anyway. She wasn't into fortune telling or any of that stuff. Yeah, Chief DuPont told me. He thinks it's one of them that killed her. Bronwyn?
Okay, that's just strange.
Curiosity was a concept to be closely associated with wickedness, something to be punished.
How do I get to the
As he
photographer?
contemplated
Is
the
that the
day's
next
events, Dimitri quickly fell asleep. He couldn't wait to go back home. He awoke later that night, startled by the sounds of loud whispering, and switched on the light next to his bed. It wasn't working. Intently. The whispers had stopped.
Let's go to the...
All he heard now was the soft,
Oh,
familiar...
hang on. No, I can transform now. So... I should be Bronwyn and go talk to
Hi.
Rain.
I'm Bronwyn.
Felt his bare feet touch the cold floor, and quickly, but carefully...
Visit Rain.
You can tell Sam about Birmingham. What did you tell the police you were doing last night? You can tell...
Well, what can I tell Sam that you haven't already?
You know Sam likes a fact check.
I don't really know Sam. But if you're sure, then I guess I'm sure.
What did you tell the police you were doing last night?
I told them the truth, that I was in my room. I'm not sure if they can fact check it, but it's the only alibi I've got. Kind of wish we'd all stuck together now.
When should we do another reading? The police think it's me, don't they?
Looks that way. Have you been feeling possessed lately?
Why possessed?
You're kidding, right?
Oh, damn, that was a bad...
Just when he was about to turn around and run into the hallway, the guttural noise faded into what...
Okay.
Oh, Bron, I'm so glad you're here. We need to talk.
Is something wrong?
No one can hear us, right? I mean, I'm assuming this room isn't bugged, although knowing Violet, there's probably cameras everywhere.
You think Violet's a voyeur?
We need to talk about our alibi.
What about our...
I know you said it would be better if we said we were together, but lying about your alibi, that's pretty serious. Are you sure it was a good idea?
We should do whatever it takes.
You're acting like we've got something to hide. Bron, is there something you're not telling me? Why'd you ask me to lie? Were you really in your room all night?
Yes.
Then stop with the cloak and dagger stuff, alright?
Okay.
He had to scream, but there was no sound. He reached for his throat and felt his
Can't
skin
visit
peel
Bronwyn as
away.
Bronwyn, though. That would be fun.
I'm truly sorry about Dorota. I didn't see you here last night.
What are you implying?
It's just suspicious.
Does anyone really care that Dorota is dead?
I'm truly sorry.
I didn't really know her. I saw her pictures in the newspaper. Can't remember what for right now.
It occurred after he copied the notes must have been some kind of hallucination, he concluded. Possibly caused by a gas or an unfamiliar type of radiation. The three scientists all...
Didn't expect you to come back. Have you contacted Dorota?
No.
Oh, so you've just come to see me?
I'm sorry the police ignored our prediction.
It's okay, just... How did you know? How did you come up with a name and then she's gone?
She's not gone. How could...
The usual way? The front door. Like, it's a townhouse and she's on the 3rd floor. So, other than teleporting or a big ladder, that's the only way.
Do you get on with Dorota?
Not really. Especially not now. They're convinced I got her into the wrong crowd or something.
You're the vicar's son.
I'm really a bad influence.
Yes.
No?
No.
Shelley.
Thanks, Bronwyn. I know it's a bit soon, but maybe we can grab coffee sometime? Just to chat about things.
No thanks.
That's a bad idea.
Well, if you change your mind, I'll be here. On my own.
Fine.
No. No.
As he frantically pointed at the notes Dr. Utani.
I'm curious what
Miss Castle. More unexpected pleasures.
What did Dorota's boyfriend say about me?
Something about a message you wouldn't deliver? Did you want him to be a special friend? Is that why you killed his girlfriend?
I didn't kill Dorota.
Yeah, let's do this again. Chief, I didn't kill Dorota. I was in my room. Oh, but you can't prove it, Bronwyn. You're going to jail for a long
If you visit Bronwyn as Bronwyn, the world would explode. Yes, Paul, it would.
I was nowhere near Dorota last night.
Sam already told me. You and Lexi are lying for each other.
How does Sam know?
Sam has very big ears. So it's true then.
Well, no, because I'm Sam.
Hand on Dimitri's shoulder. Nothing to worry about. Dimitri just stared into empty space, his eyes filled with dread.
Okay.
They all arrived at...
Go to my room. Return to Sam. Okay, now I want to go visit Rain.
The others were right. Perhaps it was all just in his head. Yet he couldn't...
Oh, no! You're supposed to tell me about Birmingham!
Surrounded
God
by
damn it.
darkness.
Okay.
Trapped in an alien place. Chills ran down. Sleep.
No, okay.
He couldn't wait to go back home.
It'd be so cool
Later
if I
that
could
night,
visit Bronwyn's Bronwyn, but then the game would be up. Okay, so Chief, Violet, Bronwyn, Rain, Lexi, the boyfriend. What happens from Lexi? And go visit Bronwyn.
Hi, I'm Lexi. Oh, I'm Lexi.
Writing this one in, she says, I dream that I'm in a strange house, but in...
Dorota had a boyfriend.
Oscar, the guy I met this morning? The one I told you about. Yes.
What did he want?
Answers. Reassurance. Forgiveness.
Do you think he killed her?
Not considering what he asked me to do.
Absolutely.
Different rooms.
I feel sad for Oscar.
Bronwyn said to stay away from him and the family. We're drawing too much attention to ourselves. We won't be able to finish our job.
Job?
Are you wearing a wire? You know why we're here. Don't make me say it.
Say it.
No, he was already suspicious with Bronwyn.
So I think perhaps she's
Job.
experiencing
Job. There's definitely
issues in
something
different
going
aspects
on.
of her life, and she
Okay.
circle
It's not
of negativity that happens in each aspect of her life.
Let's
That's
go.
what she had to build those phones.
Visit the chief. Oh, the chief's not there.
Tell you.
Interesting. Ah, so there's
Oh,
people
and
you
sense of self.
can't.
So then the rooms,
visit.
they represent potential.
Potential.
So you're quite correct in what you're saying about filling up different aspects.
Okay, so go to my room. Okay, so who have we got? Let's be Rain.
Hello, I'm Rain. I'm Rain.
Plagued by insecurities about your ability, perhaps, to be...
Don't forget the group reading, Ray. By which I mean, if you see Lexi, tell her not to forget the group reading.
What?
We still don't know what we're dealing with. There's every chance that it could just be a normal human murder.
What?
Then we have to assume that it's some kind of traveler.
Like in Birmingham?
Yeah, like in Birmingham.
Everything seems to be made out of wood and metal. So this one has got...
A spirit?
What do you think of Sam?
Oh, I'll totally hit that. Apart from the whole investigating Bronwyn for murder thing, of course. But that's a minor flaw. I can work around it.
The
Ideas.
confidence.
Don't tell anyone, though. This is strictly between you and me.
Yes, yes, of course.
No.
Yes.
Just trying to think.
A while ago we had a store.
Ah, Rain, can I help? Was there a problem?
My tap was dripping, but I fixed...
Dripping? Maybe I was in my bedroom. That's out of bounds to you.
It's from Egypt.
Interesting.
Yes. So.
Okay, right.
I'll explain.
I'm gonna be judicious in my use of my power, I think.
A weapon of combat, but then if I look at it more
I think
closely,
them talking to each other was a
I
good
would
plan.
say a
Right.
mirror,
Hail a
a
cab.
handheld mirror.
You're right.
Next chapter.
It's 7 o'clock,
Okay,
and
just
here's the
taking a
latest
very
August
quick break.
update. Chief DuPont of August Police is urging residents to be vigilant tonight following the brutal murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw. Whilst he stresses there is no immediate threat to the community at large, residents should be on the lookout until the killer is in police custody. Miss Shaw was found strangled in her bedroom home last night. Poe, I heard she was found by her mother.
Truly awful. Mother caught me up to all sorts of mischief in my bedroom. Also in the news, emergency services were called to the crossroads at Grange Avenue and Church Street following a collision between two cars. There are no reports of any serious injuries, but you might want to take a different route for now.
Oh no. It's going to be one of those nights, Poe.
Stick with me, doll. I'll keep you safe.
I'm not going anywhere. That's 7 o'clock with Poe and Monroe. It sort of looks like a whistle.
Mm-hmm, yeah, that's part of it. Whistle.
I'm not sure what the ball on the end's for.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Well, it's a silver rattle and whistle. It was found within a sealed well at St. Augustine's, along with the bones of 17 children.
Let's visit Zurg.
Sorry, we're closed. Come back tomorrow or make an appointment online.
Okay. You, Zurg.
Yes. What do you want?
The Shores hired me.
The Shores? Oh. You mean that girl who got killed? What was her name? Dorothy?
Don't be. Yeah, you know exactly.
I see a lot of faces in my studio, but I'm not good with names. Wait. Dorota? I remember now. For the August Chronicle, she won some sort of award. I remember her cello. It kept reflecting the flash and ruining the shot. No, I went to her house, along with the reporter. It's better with these human interest stories to capture them in a natural habitat. If you asked me to drive there without my sat-nav, no. No, actually, I've been running a special offer on portraits since she came in for a studio session. Wait there.
Okay, I don't want to see dirty photos.
As you can see, there's photos here. Her on the cello. Now this one's in colour. Beautiful hair. Oh, legs wrapped around. Another one here. Ooh, hang on. Do you see what I see? Nothing. She's just a very attractive girl. That's all. What do you mean?
Violet told me.
Violet needs to mind her own business. I didn't want to mention them out of respect for the dead. You've heard of boudoir photography. Dorota saw my boudoir set and asked me to take some shots. It's all very tasteful. A lot of women have them done as gifts for their husbands or boyfriends or girlfriends, I suppose. She didn't say. Her boyfriend, I assume.
So far we have some slightly suspicious goings on and a bit of a supernatural bent to it. Also, this guy is very swami.
Yes. I know Violet very well. Violet takes it very well, actually. I like him like that. With a frosty exterior comes a soft, warm center. I'm sorry my analogy wasn't explicit enough for you. Yes, we have sex. Here. I'm usually here most nights.
Hey, Albano. Never trust a man who has his top button fastened but no tie. Yeah. And also sleeves rolled up. Ugh. Dr. Decker, but police instead of psychiatry? Less police, more private detective.
Only the roof rats.
Believe that perhaps something is weighing heavily on your mind?
Oscar, did you get photos? Do you know Zach Weston?
No. Who's that?
A photographer.
Never heard of him. Who what? Boudoir photos? She sent some private photos to me by phone. Do you mean them? I get it now. That's why you're asking about Zach Weston. Maybe I should pay him a visit.
Oh dear. That's probably not a good plan.
Thank you for the...
Let's see
If you
what
have
the
anything
chief
else
is.
on Zach Weston, let me know.
Okay.
That's what he says, but no one can back him up. He's on my radar now.
He's got tie and his thing unbuttoned.
I think you're supposed to tell me that. If he was taking photos of Dorota, maybe he fell for her? And the feeling wasn't mutual. Artists have muses, apparently. Wish I had one. And I'm all for a good boudoir picture, but who are they for? There's definitely a strong connection between those two, then. Well, unless they were for Oscar, I don't know. Unless there's someone else about to come out of the woodwork.
Possibly.
Zach Weston says he was in his studio last night. Zach says he's sleeping with Violet, which I doubt. Zach did other photo sessions with Dorota. Boudoir. I wonder what else he's not telling us. Rain still says he was praying in his room, alone. Bronwyn and Lexi lied about being together last night. You're still following up Birmingham. Keep me posted. Yeah, you mentioned the word traveller to me, but he's nothing. Oscar's in the clear. He was playing football last night. He said that Dorota had a wedding dress in her closet. Not many people would know that. That's it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with perhaps like
a weapon of
risque,
combat. Then if I look at it more closely,
specific, like
I would
underwear
say
type
a mirror, a handheld mirror.
You're right.
Do we really have to?
Yes.
How vulgar. Yes, I suppose that is what he'd say. But I've never let him lay a finger on me. He says we're in a relationship, but he doesn't act like it. He thinks he's irresistible to women. No.
Whoa! Okay, slightly creepy kid.
Without her.
And I can't do it without you, Poe.
Oh, that's so nice. Pose.
Sam, look, I can't talk right now. I'm doing phone readings. Gotta pay for a job somehow. Lexi's locked in till 8 too. I can sort you out afterwards, yeah?
What I can see here are 3 small metal bells attached to what looks...
I met him yesterday, doing the rounds, looking for reading work. Actually, he...
Got fireworks again?
Oh no. He did mention Dorota. He said there was this girl he was planning to meet up with. Said she was alone every Monday night because her parents go to the cinema. Do you know what that means? It was Dorota Shaw.
Interesting.
Fine, Sam. Birmingham. Mercury took us to Birmingham. We didn't know what for. We never really know what for. But we turned up. It started with a girl, Ginny. She was South African. I only mention it because that was its thing. Yeah. We didn't know at the time, but in hindsight, it was after South African girls. 3 to be exact. The Traveller wanted 3. You should ask Bronwyn. She's the one that knows about rights. I just know it normally involves 3, and all 3 share a common attribute. I guess you might call them demons, in as much as they can get inside us. They come from other worlds. Kind of, yeah. Quantum physics is real, didn't you know? There are many universes. In technical terms, a traveller is a trans-dimensional being far more superior to us, in as much as they can choose which reality to hang out in. We just get this one.
To murder 3 people?
Yes, disturbingly. It's actually a lot more complicated than that. They choose a reality/universe where they actually evolve to become the person they're possessing. So they jump in a few million years before our timelines intersect.
Huh?
They can't just jump into someone. It takes a few hours for that. They make the decision before they travel, which is why we can catch them. Yes, probably. The tarot doesn't just sat-nav us to normal murders.
Yeah. Its only job is literally to flatten bed sheets.
Am I a demon then?
That's what it is.
We've got to stop meeting like this. Seriously though, Sam, I'm working. Can't it wait? Just give me to 8, okay?
They were all identical quadruplets, aged 17. Apparently, their essence remains ingrained in the mangle. But I obviously can't vouch for that.
Right, okay. I'm gonna be Violet and visit Zach.
Hello, I'm Violet. I'm Violet.
Do you have an inkling what this might be?
So, what I can see here are 3 small metal bells.
Well, hello, gorgeous.
Did you hear about Dorota?
Everyone in town's heard. She's a local celebrity now.
Local celebrity? Were you sleeping with...
Violet? Of course not. I only have eyes for you.
That's not what I heard.
This again. I told you, I'm not seeing anyone else. I have gorgeous women in my studio all the time, but you're special. Not because you won't take off your clothes, I'm expecting that at some point. It's just, you're so clever and well educated. And the icing on the cake, you're the most beautiful woman I've ever met.
Yeah, I want to slap him. Is that an option? Can I slap him?
I came over last night, but you weren't here.
Well, that explains why there was no answer when I called you. I was definitely here.
Okay.
Unless, Monroe, have you noticed any spirit?
No, can't visit the chief.
So does it just invite bad spirits, or...?
Not necessarily bad spirits, just could be good spirits. Yeah.
Okay. So if I'm him and visit her...
I'm Zach Weston. Just sharpening my powers of persuasion.
Dreams?
And nightmares.
With Poe and Monroe.
Zach! What are you doing here? Quick, don't let anyone see you.
Why don't you want anyone to see me?
What? You're the one who said we shouldn't be seen together. What are you doing here?
I wanted to make sure we were still okay.
What did you do? What did you say to Sam?
Everyone's talking about Dorota.
I know. But I suppose people like that attract trouble.
People like what?
Homewreckers. Anyway, I hope you didn't just come here to talk about Dorota.
Are you happy Dorota's dead?
I didn't say that. But we both know what Dorota was like. She practically threw herself at you.
She didn't throw herself at me. Why'd you think that?
The boudoir sessions. Some girls get the wrong idea. I saw how she was looking at you. She wanted it.
You were there.
No, silly. But I saw the photos.
Once again, those negative emotions that you're feeling. Now, from what I'm taking from this, Robin, I think you're finding...
Zach, let me stop you there. You are one creepy fellow. Now, I don't know what you had going on with Dorota, but I don't want anything to do with it. Do not come back here. Please.
And I know, by the sounds of it, this dream feels very sad, and it feels like it's full of grief. Reverend, you're not alone. There's so...
I'm gonna visit Oscar. Oh, damn it. Maybe I get
so similar to yours.
Is it the Chief? Damn!
That you love.
You're so right, Monroe, and I think just by hearing your words, I think Robin can take heart and can understand.
So, go to my room. What if I am Oscar and go visit Zach?
I'm Oscar. Is there anything else I can do?
Tea shop. Alright, so what have we...
No.
This one's a little bit clearer than other ones we've had on previous shows.
No, can't talk to Rain either.
Because everything seems to be made out of wood and metal. So this one has got a heavy metal handle. And then it's got a...
Damn.
And what look...
Aha.
Sensing the thing with Bronwyn went badly.
Why did...
I need all hands on deck. You're a hand. At least I thought you were.
Oh.
Never mind. At least you tried.
But I was Bronwyn, so that wouldn't have worked.
No, you've done enough. I'll keep up my end of the bargain. Make those speeding tickets go away, though technically you'd have more points than a hedgehog if I kept them. And if I do catch you speeding in August again, Oscar, instant ban. Capiche?
Interesting.
Yes.
So, he asked
Yes.
Zach to go... No, not Zach.
So-
He asked Oscar to go to Bronwyn
to you.
for the reading.
Well, actually, it's more about what you can do. What do you think
Not
you
about
might
the
do
coffee
with
date
the mirror?
If I'm honest, at first, because of the handle, I thought...
I don't want to be the Chief. I think that's slightly disturbing. He's more likely to find out about it. So for now...
Wow.
But it's not just a mirror. I mean, it's something you might do your makeup in or check your hair. By the way, it's 8 o'clock and time for another August update. Police investigating the death of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw have said there's no evidence to connect her boyfriend to the murder. Chief DuPont's statement was delivered in response to speculation from local residents that it was a crime of passion. Miss Shaw's strangled body was found by her mother around 10 p.m. last night in what the chief is calling a puzzling crime.
I can't believe people are gossiping already, Poe.
It's always the person closest to the victim, isn't that what they say?
But that poor boy. A reminder also that due to the murder, this weekend's Tulip Festival has been postponed. New dates will be announced soon. The weather's getting worse tonight with heavy rain forecast. So if you're heading out, you might want to take a jacket. Or a cab.
Yes, you don't do typing, which is
cab.
brilliant.
That's 8 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
Because that was irritating. But yeah, no, basically... Oh.
I've got news. We've done a reading.
I'll answer in a minute.
It's a 5 of Swords. That's the same card as yesterday.
Let's hope it's not the Knight of Wands. This doesn't look good.
It's fine. This happens all the time. There are 78 cards in a deck. The same ones come up a lot.
I get it, but we drew the exact same cards yesterday. What are the odds of pulling all 3 again?
1 in 474,552. I know. I get asked a lot.
Bet it's a 10 of Swords.
It's happening again. There's going to be another murder. Then Lexi did her thing, and now we have a name. Alice Monroe.
Woman directly from her chest.
Monroe. Oh, Mum Monroe.
Great.
As in
Yeah,
Poe and
very nice
Monroe.
guy. It was a practice that was
Okay,
thought of as
so
surgery
yes,
at the time,
we
but
choose
it never really
who to talk
ended
to,
well. I mean,
who to talk as.
that's kind of quite a
Pick the question, but you
literal
can also like
broken
delete
heart,
questions
see there.
as well,
can
which is
imagine.
cool. But you don't have to like guess, which is
Post
brilliant.
shot is now.
Okay, let's talk to the chief first.
Do me a favour, go easy on Violet. If we need to get anything out of her, let me deal with it. She'll open up to me.
Okay, right. That is useful to know.
We've got a new target, Ellis Monroe. Rain still says he was praying in his room, alone. Bronwyn and Lexi lied about being together last night. Violet says she doesn't remember last night, but I've got that in hand. Zach Weston says he was in his studio last night. No one corroborates. Oscar's in the clear. He was playing football last night. He said that Dorota had a wedding dress in her closet. Not many people would know that. That's it.
Good summary. Thank you.
I suppose he's
Yes.
wearing
Okay,
robes.
let's
He's wearing
go
a monk.
visit.
Yeah. He must
Oh,
be
red
Sam.
hair. Though not naturally red. She's got roots.
I just got off the phone with Chief DuPont. I can't believe it. First Dorota, now me. Yes, we were friends. I hadn't known her for long, only a few weeks.
Okay.
We met at the gala. I was hosting and she was playing the cello, you know? I guess we talked for a little while and then she asked me for a drink after the show.
Interesting.
After we'd had a few drinks, she invited me back to her house. I thought we were just gonna chat, watch a movie, that sort of thing. Then she kissed me. I was so shocked. She was so attractive. So I kissed her back.
Yay.
This is just between us, right? We fooled around. I don't have many friends, Sam. Everyone thinks because I'm on the radio, I have tons of friends, so nobody ever approaches me. I get lonely. But Dorota was my friend, and I liked making her happy. Poe and Dorota, people I say hi to. I have thousands of followers and subscribers, and they keep me feeling warm when I'm down, but they're not friends. I do get the odd stalker, but that isn't something anyone wants. Oscar. Yeah. She was a bit confused. When we started seeing each other, she didn't like him touching her anymore. I didn't mind. But she did. So I told her if he wanted to get sexual, then maybe she should try something else. I said some guys like to watch, so tell him it would be sexy if he could look but he couldn't touch. As far as I know, it worked. The killer was in her wardrobe? What? Well, then it had to be Oscar. He's the only one it could be. That doesn't make any sense. Then she was seeing someone else? No. Someone she knew. Knew she'd be alone? A stalker?
No.
I don't think so. We were very discreet. It was more fun that way. We're co-hosts on the radio. Oh, sorry. You know that already. We've been partners for 2 years now. He's a good friend. He's on air at the moment, but he'll be finished at 8:30. On air? We both were. We broadcast live hourly news reports. It's how we keep our funding. Not very well. He's done a few shoots of me and Poe to promote the show. He's fine. He keeps asking me to pose for him, you know, without any clothes on. I always say no. No. Sorry. I did have a strange dream last night, though. My life was playing on a TV screen, and every time I did something, another version of me started playing over the first. In the end, there were so many versions it became a fog. It filled my lungs. I couldn't breathe. And then I woke up. What do you think that means, Sam?
That means that you shouldn't play video games before bedtime.
I don't know what. I mean, I'm anxious now. Maybe it was predicting Dorota's death. Or mine. Just don't hurt me.
Okay, that's...
Or let me get hurt.
That one I might be able to do something more about. Okay. Whoa!
Sam, you forgot your phone.
It's so fluffy. The cutest thing. We're on to kittens now, Uni? Uni meowed.
Kittens. Oh, no Oscar.
How? When he returns.
Isaac.
Monroe. Everyone knows her. She's a local radio star here. I always get the shot, Sam. One way or another.
Okay, you're a creep!
Move, okay? Just don't...
No.
Suffering. Ivan clinched the towel, then draped it over the kitten's head. He stood and raised his foot. It would have to be a good one.
What the hell?
Harder even than a magpie.
Okay.
One
Ow, I'm just gonna
and
leave you on the
done.
radio for a moment. I need some tea.
The
I will
kitten's
be
skull
right
was
back.
softer
It's
than he
talking about
expected.
kittens.
It
It's slightly
caved
disturbing.
easily, the thin bones crackling and fizzing with bubbling blood. The wet towel stuck to his heel as he lifted it, unveiling the bloody mess he'd made, and he quickly replaced it, shutting his eyes hard to try to erase the sight. It didn't work, of course. Ivan slumped to the floor as Uni padded over to inspect the darkening towel. Blood trickled along the groove of the floor tiles, and she lowered her head to lap it hungrily. Ivan pushed her away. Not for you, Uni. He just needed a moment. He sat in silence until he could no longer hear his own breathing, until Uni stopped pacing and sat grudgingly opposite him, until the blood slowed and started to dry. Finally, he shifted onto his knees and lifted the kitten in both hands. Its floppy body barely as big as his palms, he left the towel on the floor. He'd need it to clean up later. He held the kitten against his chest, partly as an apology, partly so he wouldn't have to see it, and made his way back to the bedroom with Uni in soft pursuit. Nola was awake. Not even she could sleep through Uni's wake-up calls. She was sitting up, cross-legged, thumbing her phone, but put it down on the bedside table as soon as Ivan walked in. "I thought I heard something going on," she said, smiling. Uni jumped up on the bed and Nola leaned forward to nuzzle her nose. "Have you brought something for Mummy?" Ivan perched on the edge of the bed and placed the kitten on
I
the
have no
duvet.
tea.
"Did you order this?" he asked. His voice
This
sounded
is slightly
shakier
disturbing.
than usual.
But yeah,
Didn't I mention it?
Okay, Violet. Who's the kid?
Excellent work. Gold star for you. Oh, hello. This is my goddaughter, Sophia. She's only 9 and she's a maths genius.
Hello.
I have to pop to my room to get something. Be nice to her while I'm gone. Otherwise I might have to smother you in your sleep.
Okay, well we can't turn into
What's
the
your
kid.
name?
I'm Sam.
I'm Sophia. Pleased to meet you. Do you want to know a secret?
Always.
Violet was taken by aliens in their ship. Shh. She doesn't want anyone to know.
Sorry about that. Sophia, your mother will be here for you soon, so run along and wait. Now, Sam, how can I help you?
Do you know?
Of course. Poe and Monroe. She's on the radio. She has a wicked imagination for her age. I was seeing and hearing things that weren't there.
Aww.
That's why I'm taking pills. I needed to confide in someone, so I told Chief Dupont. Just Chief Dupont. And now you, apparently. Why are you talking about this again? You understand, every time you mention abduction, it opens up a vault of crushing memories that I'd rather stay locked up.
I'm sorry.
Just first arrived here, their excitement had been almost unbearable.
Okay, let's go see Bronwyn. I don't like her. I don't trust her.
I've heard on the radio, but other than that, I don't know anything about her. I want to
Yes,
help her.
will not open the vault of crushing memories, Albino.
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? Although we can be sure of one thing. Yeah, she sounded blonde on the radio, but Mercury called her as a redhead. A little bit. What did you want to know?
Oh, possibly, but this is my playthrough.
A rite can take many forms, but from what we know about these travelers, it seems to be performing some kind of coming-of-age ceremony.
Oh, thank you for the follow.
We've all known about them for hundreds of years. We just know them by different names. Demons, skinwalkers,
Set it
Jack the Ripper.
on fire.
They're all travelers. 3 is a powerful number. There's a divine balance to it in our universe anyway. But maybe it doesn't mean anything where the traveler's from. Maybe 3 is just the carry-on limit for interdimensional travel.
No, don't tell her about the coin.
No. I can do a reading if you want.
Yeah. Set the cat on it. Cats eat spiders, right?
Chariot. Is Zach a suspect? I'm sensing there's a lot of tension, pent-up frustration, like he's trying to keep everything together, and if he can just do that... I'm sorry, that's not much help to you, is it? Yes, of course, anything. I've already been doing that, but sure, I'll keep at it. Maybe it'll feel sorry for me and finally put out.
Trying to do the same thing while expecting different results.
Fan of spiders,
Are you
the
calling
big
us
ones
insane?
freak me out.
Yes, I met her at the radio station. I was offering my services. Earning a living's tricky when you travel around as much as we do. And last time I checked, Violet wasn't offering us room and board for free. In Birmingham, it was a man called Yuri Harris. He worked as a butcher. He beheaded all 3 girls within hours of each other. We couldn't stop it. He pleaded not guilty for reason of temporary insanity. Because he said he'd see us again. In August. Before we even knew it was a month and a place.
Is it currently
Si,
August?
if you're really that sure about it. The others offered no protest.
So what's the news about Ellis? I feel so useless sitting here. I want to help.
Okay.
Yes, please use me. Tell me what to do. You got it. Me and the spirit world
Bronwyn
have
not
a
on the
serious
Vegetaurs,
chat.
no.
I'll get back to you when I find something.
She's hiding something.
Let's
I'm
do
not
it then.
sure what.
There are 3 other scientists standing behind the table with monitoring equipment.
You're only alive because we want you to be.
Okay, right. First of all...
Hi, Hi, I'm Chief DuPont.
I'm going to go talk to Violet.
Right, you're the centre bit, otherwise we'll be here all day. Dr.
Claude.
Oh.
Neither do I.
Well, that was the most useless thing.
Even in the moon's low gravity, he could feel his stomach drop as his descent quickly accelerated. Dr. Utani checked in with him at...
Chief DuPont. Thanks for calling in. At the moment, my heart's beating 1,000 times a minute and I can't sit still. Every noise or knock on the door makes me jump out of my skin, and I keep looking behind me. Is that safe?
Have I ever let you down? What's really worrying you?
That you're just saying you're doing things when you're not actually doing anything. What's the plan, Chief DuPont? How do we stop this from happening? How do we stop me from dying?
Right. You can almost... The Dr. Utani...
You just look guilty.
Chief, I wanted to ask you something.
Is it about the...
Am I still a suspect?
Yeah.
Okay. Good. Listen, I think I might get out of this place soon. I need some space.
Is it about the boudoir?
Yeah. So it's true then?
Oh, goddamn fireworks!
I haven't seen them. I'm sorry.
It's a Tuesday.
I'm just in shock. All the time. How could she be so different? I just can't process it all.
It appears to be some sort of writing. Dr. Utani, if you're hearing this, prepare to make history. You're going to have a field day with this. I'll be sure to get some pictures for you. Dimitri, fully aware that he...
Okay, so... let's see how this goes.
Hi, I'm Ellis. I'm Ellis.
I'd have some fun with Ellis.
The etchings for you, Dr. Utani. You can thank me when I come back up.
No.
To rub it with a pencil. Copying all of the writing took longer than he would have...
No.
Markings in the pitch black darkness, so the work was tedious and fiddly.
No. Okay.
The
Apparently I
soothing
can't have
quality
fun
to
with
it.
Alice.
It managed to chase away the silence and took... By the time Dimitri was done with his task, he'd gotten so used to the sound of the scratching pencil that it still lingered in his head.
It's slightly annoying how it has
What?
the men in
Until you
chairs and the
realise
women
two
on their
things.
beds, except for Alice. Okay, I can't
Matching.
talk to anybody!
They were whispering.
That's just
With sudden and severe
annoying.
dread, Dimitri frantically jerked on the rope.
Waste of a
There was no
transform.
response. As Dimitri kept tugging on the rope, the whispers grew louder, or perhaps they were...
Okay. I don't know. I'm not really feeling any... Maybe her.
Hi, I'm Lexi. Oh, I'm Lexi.
restored. What's going on, Dr. Sheffield? Dr. Whitfield.
Ah, okay.
Just
Just
give
get
me
a
back
look.
up.
Lexi Corn, how thin are these walls?
What do you mean?
I can hear you screaming at your Ouija board. Last night, too. I feel like I've heard your whole life story. Does Sam like me? Is Violet a lesbian? Will Ellis die? Will Bronwyn die? That last one, don't worry about that.
Why not? Because you're immortal.
Oh, hi.
Oh, bleep, bleep.
I am Bronwyn MacLeod from
Highlander.
Clan MacLeod, and I am immortal. You silly badger.
achievement for
It
that.
appeared the writing consisted of
Oh, that
one
was
word
worth it.
repeated over and over.
Our job is so.
Tell me about it. Chasing around the unknown, trying to triumph good over evil, generally standing around helpless watching people die.
Why do we do it?
For me, it's a common decency thing. Hi, I'm Bronwyn. Did you know the Earth was overrun by trans-dimensional evil? Want to help fix it? Sure. I'll read the manual, Lex. People are afraid of ghosts, zombies, and aliens. They never even think to consider the possibility that there are millions of universes, potentially with millions of predators, all far more evolved than we are. What are our chances of victory? Minuscule. But if we don't fight at all, zero.
That is true.
Could be on if his room was still shrouded in darkness. He rubbed the heels of his hands against his eyes, trying hopelessly to rub the blackness out.
Damn, I was hoping I could visit
Horror,
Alice.
as he came to the terrifying realization that he had gone blind. Out of bed, he felt his bare feet touch the cold floor, and quickly, but carefully, made his way to the door. He searched for the handle, opened the...
Okay, so... I'm not going to get much out of anyone from Violet. Though Violet could go see Alice. Let's see if Violet can see her. Go see Alice.
Hello, I'm Violet. I'm Violet.
But as he listened closer, he noticed another presence in the room. He could hear them breathing. He tried again. I can't see. I think I'm blind. The breathing became heavier.
Considering the chief said he was the only one that could talk to her, we had a Claude, and that was it.
Hello, lovely. Take a look at this. It's a picture of Dorota.
I don't want to see pic.
It's not like that. It's just a press photo. Do you see anything in it?
A girl holding...
You don't see any movement. Just Dorota.
Panic. He felt like he was going mad. His nightmare and go home. He was alone here, and no one would be coming to help him.
What does he see?
It was then he heard the voices again whispering to him. As the murmurs grew louder, Dimitri...
This is me. This is my place.
Meanings of their words. This is how you die. Dimitri tried to scream, but there was no sound. He reached for his throat and felt his skin peel.
What do you know about it? It's probably a bit more nuanced than that, but maybe. We've got a new target, Alice Monroe. Alice said she was in a relationship with Dorota. She kissed a girl and she liked it. She told you where John Pope, or Poe, is going to be next. Rain still says he was praying in his room, alone.
The story's not
Bronwyn and
changed.
Lexi lied about being together last night. Rains confirmed he met Alice at the radio station. Picking his next victim, maybe? Lexi's doing some investigating for you. As if that'll help. Rain told you about the Butcher of Birmingham. It's a thing. Made an interesting read. Those tarot readers hang out with death. His explanation of it, it's all fairy tales, so I'm not getting involved. Violet says she doesn't remember last night, but I've got that in hand. Violet told you about her brush with aliens? You seem far too interested in those kind of things. Zach Weston says he was in his studio last night. No one corroborates. And he keeps asking Ellis to pose nude. Could be motive. Oscar's in the clear. He was playing football last night. He said that Dorota had a wedding dress in her closet. Not many people would know that. That's it.
his linguistic knowledge.
Oscar's gone?
Dimitri said. And looked at the others in confusion. Then at reality. We've had this conversation before.
Have we got any more?
Is it possible you're having deja vu? Asked Dr. Remington.
Okay.
I don't really want to.
Okay, well, we're not going to force it.
Thanks, Sam, for respecting my wishes. It's difficult to explain. I'm stuck in the wall of an enormous room made from these wooden vines, except the vines slowly move and drip with pain. My head is pushed out like I'm a trophy. If I look to my side, there are others, heads, all prisoners, being experimented on.
Okay, I'm not going to push it.
Dr. Whitfield, as he placed a hand on Dimitri's shoulder. Nothing to worry about. Dimitri just stared into empty space.
Was it a gold coin? Good. That would have been worrying. Travelers leave all sorts of marks on their victims. It's basically showing off that they belong to that traveler. If you find those coins on someone, though, that could be pretty damning.
He lay himself on bed and quickly fell asleep. He couldn't wait to go back home.
Is there any
Of
questions I
cold
haven't
and hollow
asked?
whispers in the darkness.
So what if I'm Rain? And go visiting.
Hello, I'm Rain.
I am Rain.
Hand it to you, B.
Which just reminds me of Supergirl.
I have
But that
never...
Rain was much more interesting.
Who is...
You saw her, did you? She's my goddaughter, at that age where she overshares.
Is she a ghost?
Is she a ghost? Okay, I've got to
What
ask.
makes you say that, Rain? Is there something about her aura?
Wouldn't there?
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's heavy, like really
She was a
heavy.
ghost in whatchamacallit.
What is it, Ray?
I have a...
You do?
Enlighten me.
Maybe Ellis should stay with us. Maybe Ellis should stay with Chief Dupont.
With
Yeah,
his
that's
track
Decker.
record, I'm pretty sure he'd like to lock Ellis up, you know, for safety. But it probably would break a couple of Geneva Conventions, even if it was for her own good.
Poe's curiosity shop is now.
It was a creepy ghost kitty.
Hi, Rain. Did you miss me while I was gone?
Why did you
So,
I'm honestly not going to try and worry about this one. We've told Sam, and I think that's all we can do.
really? Well, what's Sam going to...
I believe Sam is going to save Ellis. According to the Ouija, this could play out in a lot of different ways, but mostly saving Ellis.
Interesting.
What?
Ellis could run, Ellis could die, Ellis could be saved, mistaken identity, someone else dies. There's a lot of noise coming from the beyond, but it's not just a load of voices saying Ellis will die. Sam's got this.
Oh, I love the confidence. Thank you.
Queens. Was home for a while. Woke up one morning to
Okay,
find
let's see whom
10
we can visit. No.
spoken. Fists were raised. Enough food for two.
I am intrigued.
And I needed it.
Hopefully we'll get one playthrough.
We slept in shifts to guard that.
Haven't you done enough predicting my death?
I'm sorry.
It's okay. I'm just kidding. I know it's not your fault. Well, unless you're the killer.
Have you made a decision about the show?
I think it's a no. Sorry. It's just the reading that you gave me the other day. I don't want to scare off the audience.
Why would I scare off your listeners? What reading?
They don't want to hear talk of death and darkness. Well, they do, if it's in a story. But you can't tell them they're going to die.
Oh, so he did a reading.
You didn't say you're going to die, just like that, but I remember the death card. And the devil. And you said it was... What was the word you used? My challenge. That I needed to die so I could be free from my chains. I know you said it doesn't mean literal death, but maybe it does.
Red and gold robes billowing in the wind, shimmering into nothingness long before the ground. Scent is always the first sense to return.
I do really like
air assaults my nostrils.
how this plays out. I really do. It's so intriguing. So intriguing. So Rain
Still not home.
went to
I climb
Lexi
over the
and give her a
forked fence.
reading. Can we talk to him? Aha, there we go.
Yeah. She asked for a sample reading to show what I could do. No, he didn't seem all that interested. It's a shame. He seems like a man with lots of interesting demons.
Breathing seems so loud when you want to stay hidden.
Okay.
Time oozed like molasses. Coward.
It's 9 o'clock and you're listening to Radio August. Investigations into the murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw are continuing this evening. Miss Shaw was found dead in her home at approximately 10 p.m. last night in what police are describing as a puzzling case. Residents are urged to be cautious until the perpetrator is caught. I cannot stress this enough, August. Stay safe out there. You mean the world to me. In other news, Monroe has been detained on urgent business, so you're stuck with me until she returns. Never fear, Monroe fans. We still have lots of pre-recordings, so you can relax with her angelic tones.
Pre-recordings.
That's 9 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
Pre-recordings.
But a subtle morphing.
Pre-recordings.
The robes were fish.
Sam, I've got some heavy rain news. Lawrence Petrovsky, that's his real name, and no, he's not a Russian spy. But he does have a criminal record. He was charged with the murder of a 21-year-old artist.
Yeah, but we get an
Looks like
every
he's got a lot of
hour.
technicality by all accounts. About 3 months ago in Hong Kong. Be careful, Sam. If you're going to ask him about this, it could be a flight risk. And you know, there's a good chance he could be the killer. Door's behind you. Rain's still a suspect. No corroborated alibi. Bronwyn Castle has one, Lexi Taylor doesn't. I've got my search back on Rain, or Petrovsky, as we should call him. He's got priors that you're looking into. Violet says she doesn't remember last night, but I've got that in hand.
Why does Bronwyn
Zach
suddenly
Weston
have
says
a
he was in his
corroboration?
studio last night. No one corroborates. Oscar's in the clear. He was playing football last night. He said that Dorota had a...
I really like the recaps. I'm sorry if they're boring everybody.
That's it.
But yeah, we advance an hour, so yeah, 8:30.
A blink, and there it was.
But it could be pre-recorded.
Clutching my
That's the
shoulders
thing.
with spider-like.
Let's go talk
You're
to
the
Poe.
detective. Monroe just called.
Oh, I don't like
This
him.
is madness. Who would want to hurt her? You know, this town is fascinating.
I
There's
don't
a lot
like
more
him.
to it
He's
than
smarmy.
meets the eye. Have you ever read up on the real history of August?
I've got my pajamas on it, so I don't.
The official story is that Mary August retired from a life on the high seas, found a nice spot here, and used her ill-gotten gains to establish a town. But that's not what really happened.
Okay, what really happened?
It's true that Mary August was a pirate, but she didn't retire. Her ship was sunk on the rocks just off the coast. Mary and all of her crew sought refuge in a small fishing town. This one.
Okay, go on.
They slaughtered everyone. Men, women, and children. All dead
charming.
and dismembered in their own homes. The bodies were dumped in a mass grave. Well, the body parts.
Charming.
The pirates moved in.
So you're all descended from pirates.
Yes. August was built on the blood of innocents. Kind of puts Dorota's murder into perspective, doesn't it?
No.
We've worked together for years. She's the light to my shade, the angel to my demon, the diamond.
Is that why you're in
to
red
my
and
lump
she's in
of
white?
coal. She told me to say all those things. Heavens no. I have a wife and 3 children, beloved spawn of my loins. Monroe and I are good friends, that's all. Only a man, or woman. Monroe is August's sweetheart. Poe and Monroe, that was her idea. Our show. We were just another local radio station before that. It was Monroe who decided we should have a theme. Dark Nights with Poe and Monroe. Don't tell me you haven't heard it, Detective. That's what the Free Radio Project is all about.
I wonder if that's a real thing.
Uniting August via the airwaves. Monroe's been delivering free radios anywhere people might want to listen. Doctor surgeries, hairdressers, the guest house. I believe she charmed the local electrical store into donating them, in exchange for free advertising, of course. We interviewed her about her scholarship not too long ago. Do you think whoever killed Dorota plans to kill Monroe? What makes you think she's in danger? Tarot? Does this have anything to do with the gentleman who stopped by? I didn't get his name, I'm afraid. He offered to do a spot on our show, doing tarot readings to answer listener questions. We said we'd think about it. On that note, I should probably get back to the booth. The show must go on. Death threats be damned. Look after Monroe, Detective. She's the only Monroe I've got.
It's now 10 o'clock. Here's your August update. Investigations deepen into last night's murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw. Miss Shaw, a talented cellist who had recently been granted a place at Juilliard, was found strangled at her home last night. With the murderer still at large, Chief DuPont has urged residents to remain calm and stresses there is almost no chance of anyone else being harmed.
Oh, that one's
Alice, if you're listening, let me know you're okay. In other news, a handful of August residents have reported seeing strange lights in the sky earlier this evening. The lights, which witnesses describe as searingly bright, were spotted over the east edge of town, past the fire station. Have you seen any strange lights? Or for that matter, little green men? Let me know. That's 10 o'clock with Poe.
Okay, but I want to talk to other people.
Been
Yes, keep
precisely
investigating. I only talked to one bloody person.
How about...
Hello, you look terrified.
I delivered radios all over town. I don't think I should have bothered with some of them, though. I don't think... Violet, is it? I don't think Violet liked me very much.
So he said.
That's an odd thing to say. Okay, Chief.
Care. The worm insists.
Hey, I'm going. There's too many people asking questions. It's exhausting. I'm off to stay at my aunt's.
Yeah, I know.
I'll come back tomorrow, but I've said everything I can say.
Yes, I know, Jesse, that they're supposed to come across as untrustworthy or creepy. That was the whole thing in Dr. Decker, but there was always
George wanted to know if I was
one
the owner.
story that wasn't
So I
quite...
said yes, which is true in a way.
Okay.
And we went to the top floor
I'm
of
trying
that
to
building,
find that story.
to the empty penthouse layer, to the room.
Oh, it's you.
Sorry.
I was hoping it might be Zach.
Ooh, we're going to be Zach then at some point.
No. Oh, him, yes. I've heard him on the radio. Never met in real life, though.
Oh, well, yeah. It's always the creepy guys. I'm sorry, but it's always the
Is he
creepy
a
guys.
suspect? I thought they broadcast the news live.
Did say something about pre-recorded things.
No. And I've got some very important news for him if he ever shows up.
Ooh, I'm gonna be him, I'm gonna be him, I'm gonna be him.
If he ever shows up. Yes, now I remember. It's the one in the hall. Sometimes cuts through the unbearable silence in this place.
I really feel for her.
I'd remember her voice, but her face...
She's got red hair.
Plain, isn't it?
Why the bleeding act you have scissors? I mean, why not? But why? Why the creepy hallway shot with the scissors?
She basically can't really change. So perhaps she's someone who wants to change.
Sorry, Sam, what can I do for you?
She looks tired.
Yeah, I always cry around this time of night. What's the point, Sam, huh? If we can't save them. Mercury is a curse. It's like some tourist guide for murders. I try for Alexi and Rain to make them think that we can make a difference, make a change, but we haven't so far.
Well, if I can save Alice, then maybe that'll make a difference.
Maybe. If we could just save one person, Sam. Alice. We need to save her. We need to. Not really. But it wants to know why you're hesitating.
Hesitating?
Mercury thinks you are. I can see its point. Alice is in danger and you're still here asking questions. Protecting her? I'm not saying lock her in a vault and surround her by guards, but anything would be justifiable at this point. I'd at least have eyes on her, and don't trust the police to do it. They have a poor track record. It rings a bell, but no. Sorry, Sam.
Been filled, and have not been repaired. So I think,
Hey, Lauren Petrovsky.
Honestly? You don't? Once they're caught, a few hours later, they've hopped timelines into someone else. We just keep chasing them. Continuously trying to stop them ruining lives. No, but they don't like being exposed. If Mercury pointed them out, they're already in trouble. We'd do a reading. Mercury would know. So that's what this is about. Chief Dupont has finally dug up my old record.
It's 3 months. It's not that
I
old.
am Lawrence Petrovsky. Victoria Cheng. A very good painter. I didn't kill her, though. I was trying to save her. Hong Kong. It was our third encounter with a traveller. We'd managed to trap her on the roof of an apartment complex. Roughly translated, the building was called Flight, which was ironic. When the traveller realised we had it cornered, it tried to jump off. I managed to grab Victoria's ankle, but I couldn't hold on. Hong Kong being Hong Kong, there was about 37 tourists that filmed the whole thing. So to some people, it looked like I was dangling her over the edge of a building to meet her doom. I wasn't. I was trying to save her.
Okay. I know he came
wants
across
to
as
change, but
creepy at the
somehow
beginning,
goes back
but
to the old way.
I believe him.
quite a lot, but I'm not sure how much of it is useful. Apparently this town has a lot of spirits with a lot of unfinished business. One woman was looking for her daughter, and there was a girl looking for her mum. It was awful. They were both there, but they couldn't see each other. I couldn't help them. Yes, the general message is anyone that tries to stop Ellis dying will be punished. Sam, be careful, please. A who, what, patrols what? No. Should I? He's off the radio. I don't really know him. Actually, I'm glad you're here. I really, really want to do a reading for you right now. You know, to help.
Okay.
Great. Let me just draw 3 cards for you.
They were preset. There we go.
I shuffled before you got here. Okay. Oh, the 2 of Cups. That's mysterious. Is there anyone you feel a spark of attraction to? Maybe someone you've met recently?
I think she's channeling you, Alkesh.
The lovers. I did not expect that. It seems this attraction has the potential to be life-changing, if you want it to be. And finally...
You already know what they're going to be.
This card is about pursuing your heart's desire. I think it's time to tell that someone special how you really feel. Wow. What an interesting reading.
Yeah, wow, what a fake reading.
Sorry, I guess my intuition must be on the fritz tonight.
Yes.
Oh my god, who told you about Victoria? She died, jumped off a building. We tried to save her. Well, Rain tried to save her. Sam, we need to save Ellis. Victoria's already gone.
That cost Pen her books and a few items of clothing. Even so, a human vessel was out of the question.
Right.
Don't confirm the existence of travelers. They're not ready.
Okay, right. We want to be Zach. So I want to find out what.
I'm Zach Weston.
Victoria.
Just sharpening my powers of persuasion.
Bird took up a perch on the back of Mother's armchair. Watch.
Zach, the game is up. I think you should leave town. I know where you were last night. I followed you to Dorota's house. Well, I didn't know it was Dorota's house until we arrived. Call it women's intuition.
I was at the studio. You were at Dorota's?
Don't change the subject. Sam and Dupont will put 2 and 2 together.
We will know.
And then what?
And then they're going to arrest you. You weren't there long, I suppose, but then I guess it doesn't take you long, does it?
You're spying.
I saw you leave her house, and then I went in. She was naked, lying radiant on the bed. What did I find in her closet? A wedding dress. Who was that for, Zach?
Shit. She was
Who
there.
was that for? I'm done covering for you. We're finished. You need to leave. Now.
With Poe and Monroe. So, Helen's written in with her dream. And she said that I was a caterpillar, slowly nibbling on a pair of purple curtains in my bed. My skin shedding in the darkness. I huddled. But when the sun...
Oh, I can't confess.
Now, Poe, what do you think that dream could mean?
Very interesting. So she is a caterpillar, but I would think.
Interesting. Right. Chiefy man.
Hi, I'm... Hi. Hi, I'm Chief DuPont.
Are you gonna tell me, Violet? Oh! I just turned into
Hello.
Violet.
I'm Violet.
That's not what I meant to do.
I'm Violet.
I want to be Chief DuPont.
Hi, I'm... Hi. Hi, I'm Chief DuPont.
It'd be nice if it didn't do that every single bloody time now.
You will still be as ordinary as you were before, because...
Did you get a call from my doctor?
Your doctor did call.
Did you tell her I was being compliant?
I said you were taking the pills. Are you?
No. Not anymore. Well, you're normally more forceful about it, Claude. You said my UFO was real. So why am I taking pills?
I didn't say...
Are you trying to make me go mad? Just an hour ago, you said there was a UFO sighting. Now it's take the pills, Violet.
You said you saw other heads when you were taken.
Yes. Other girls, younger than me. Nobody I recognised. They all had red hair.
Do you think this place is nearby? They all had red hair.
Yes, they all had red hair. They were all very pretty. And they were all alive. In that moment.
Interesting.
To be honest, it might just have been someone imagining that that's what aliens look like. Or it could be an observation.
Tell me about Hong Kong. What does the name
If you know about Hong Kong, then I don't have to tell you anything. It's all in that report that you've clearly read.
What does the...
Well done, Chief. You've discovered Rain is my stage name.
Okay, now
Please try and save Ellis. She's the one in danger, and we've already had one dead body on your watch.
Playing poker. I fall.
I like him.
But I never hit the water. Now this in particular I think is very...
Chief DuPont. Grave news indeed.
Nah, he's still smarmy.
No. She wants me to keep broadcasting, which means I'll be booth-bound for most of the night. She'd be safer at home, with someone protecting her.
Can't I get some...
And murder Poe and Monroe? No, Chief DuPont. Alice couldn't take that. Not tonight. We did think of asking you to do a guest evening at some point, though, if you're interested.
No, I don't want to dilute my brand. I would love to.
Okay.
I see. And that brand would be having an enormous ego.
You'll
that
want to
thinks they're
talk.
too big to guest on our radio station. Understood. We won't ask again.
Okay.
Anyway,
Bye,
the
Jesse.
radio calls me. If that's all.
Oh my
So
god,
it's
stop it
being
with the
out of
fireworks!
control. Now, the tightrope itself,
No, Alice.
you're walking on a tightrope. Not that you...
I'm in control. No, I know what you mean. Yeah, there is, the stakes are high. Yeah.
Freaking
what else do
too
you
many
need?
fireworks.
Oh yeah, you need to...
Okay.
Hello, I'm Violet.
I'm not just going to try everything with everyone. I have a plan.
The negative people that are in your life.
Mm-hmm.
So, what I think from what you said about your dream is that you're trying so to avoid the
Doesn't
negative
always
people
let
in
me
your
do my plan.
I followed you to...
Are you insane? Why did you follow me, you stupid bitch?
You killed Dorota. You had sex with Dorota.
I absolutely did not. She texted me to come over. Then she asked me to watch her play with herself from a distance. She likes people to watch, didn't you know? It's probably best if we didn't see each other for a while. You know where the door is.
Necessarily need to give them all of your time and your emotion.
Violet, I'm actually a bit tied up at the moment. Well, in danger, actually. What? I like everyone. What makes you say that?
You're trying. You told Sam I didn't like you. You're trying to take Zach from.
No, I don't think so. I don't like Zach in that way. Maybe in any way, even. So we can be friends now?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay then. We can work on that. Maybe another time?
They've got small engraving on them.
What kind of objects normally have bells?
No, okay, no. Right,
No?
so
What else has bells?
Zach was
I want to say
lying.
a Christmas tree, but I feel like...
Well, these are spirit chimes.
Oh.
Okay, so
I'm Poe, and this is your August update. August update.
that wasn't creepy at all.
Oh.
Unfortunately, they're...
I'm sorry, can I help you?
I...
It's not a very good time at the moment, I'm afraid.
Really?
No, not really.
Not necessarily bad spirits, just could be good spirits.
Okay.
That one, there's no other use for it. Thanks, Monroe. And we'll be back tomorrow. Poe's Curiosity Shop is now closed.
Interesting.
At
I
night.
can't visit
John.
Zach.
I'm gonna be fine.
Enter an album of family photos.
Interesting, okay.
But I don't
Ellis.
recognize anyone in the photos. I'm trying to remember their names, but I can't. And then I realized that my family are all...
This is intriguing. I'm trying to figure out who did it.
Hi, I'm Ellis. I'm Ellis.
Yeah, it was totally you, Ross.
I think with the photos
But in the game...
and the family, so I think there are...
No, okay.
Robin has a willingness or wish.
Let's see if he'll speak. No, come on. Let's speak to Rain.
But it's just not possible for Robin because.
No.
Um,
We'll then visit Hi.
Al, I'm so sorry. You mean everything to me. I won't let you die.
Okay, what are you gonna do, Putz?
Are you okay?
Of course I'm okay. It's you who's shrouded in darkness, my love. El, we must finish what we started.
Nope. What do you mean? Let's finish it.
Us. Our love.
Oh God, no.
I don't care what happens to me. I'm going to leave her. I know I keep saying it, but this time, I really do mean it. Are you ready to spend the rest of your life with me, no matter its length?
No.
No? Oh. Sorry. Sorry, it's me. I overindulged. Emotional. Forget what I said. Let's get through this. Let's get you safe.
I slept.
Oh. Why? And why are you telling me now?
You didn't know?
No. No, I didn't know. You know how to pull at my heartstrings, don't you, Miss Monroe?
Okay, that was genuine.
But it doesn't change the way I feel about you today. I forgive you, El.
I didn't ask for your
I
forgiveness,
worship
you
you,
asswipe.
don't you see that?
Dreams.
And nightmares.
Okay, that was not a nice phrase
this is a particularly interesting
The
one.
nightmares
So
thing
this
is
coming
freaky.
from Marek.
Okay, so I don't know if I'm gonna get anything out of. Okay,
Hi,
Alkesh and
I'm
Ross are
Lexi.
totally kidnapping all the redheads. I'm slightly worried about my friends. And yes,
Several
nightmares.
interesting
Don't need more
elements to
nightmares.
it.
This is probably the worst possible
From
game
the
that I could
sharks,
play.
and often sharks.
Right before.
It's going to be soon. Whatever happens to Alice, it will be soon.
How do you know it's going to be soon?
I can sense it. Are you not picking anything up, Lex? There's a traveler nearby.
No. How do you know?
Mescaline mainly, but I don't recommend you try it. Do you really want to hear this?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mescaline.
At uni, I read a book by Aldous Huxley called The Doors of Perception. He takes mescaline and basically trips his balls off. And the party girl I used to be thought, yay. My experience wasn't anything like his, though. People looked like tiny rainbow outlines. And I would notice that some of them would just appear from nowhere. Those ones, the ones from nowhere, I think they're the travelers. They kind of merge into one person, and suddenly there's only one outline. That's what I see. But you, no drugs for you, young lady. Tea and nothing else, all right?
I have my tea.
What I think from what you said about your dream is that...
What's Rain?
So, aliens. Violet. What are we thinking, Lex?
Violet and aliens?
Hasn't Bron told you? Violet said she was abducted by aliens. But not your usual stick me on a slab, call me grey type aliens. Aliens that decorate.
Decorating aliens?
Exactly. I think it was using Violet for room planning. Apparently it wants a set of heads on the wall. Red heads, to be more specific.
If it's a traveller, why is it strangling?
Well, it's a right, obviously. But the alien Violet's talking about probably isn't the same traveller. Perhaps this is something new we haven't discovered yet. Using humans as decor.
Ray, why do you pray for them?
Well, because right now, I can't think of anything else that would help.
Maybe try and get answers from the tarot?
The only tarot with real answers is Mercury. And Mercury asks the questions. So other than staring at it for the rest of the night, I'm out of ideas.
It's got engravings on it. I think they're they animals?
There could be animals. And some people...
Do you think you're a suspect?
Not that I know of. Chief Dupont asks me for favours, so I think I'd know.
Did Zach kill Dorota?
No. I saw Dorota look out of the window after he left.
It's good. The house.
You said you saw a wedding dress, so you were in. You were in.
Honestly.
You've never used a mag.
Kind of like Lexi.
It's only...
Oh, damn it. And my happy place is not
But it
freaking Lesphia.
Nobody takes that amount of care nowadays. But this particular mangle was used to craft...
Okay. Bronwyn. I feel like I'm...
Hi, I'm Bronwyn. I'm Bronwyn.
I don't feel like I'm missing a conversation.
Why
I
would
just
it
feel like
rush?
there's a little bit more somewhere.
You can have it back.
I personally
If
just
you want to
use it
play
to
Drunk
practice.
Laissez-Faire again. Okay.
What can we do to help Alice?
Haven't we done enough? Not many people get to know when they're going to die, let alone get the chance to avoid it.
It's definitely not
We've
the toilets
given
for the
Ellis
teddy
a
bear in
huge
your toy.
advantage.
So what should we do?
Freaky.
Maybe Sam's her lucky charm. Anything short of an apocalypse would be considered a victory at this point.
Oh, did you not
So
see me
there's
stream your toy with Paul?
Some colour on there as well. I think it's like a green.
Basically, I was being
like
chased
green paint with
around like public toilets by
What
a
are you doing now?
mutated teddy bear
I don't know.
with a knife.
I don't want to lie about my alibi again, though. What should I do?
Log into Tarotism. Stay with me. Log in.
Good idea. I'll stay in my room, log in, and wait for you to give me the all clear. Then they'll know I'm not a suspect. You're the best.
It was disturbing. You should watch the VOD. I was basically going.
This is one of many painted leaden plates from the Khazars, and as such, it's over 1,000.
Okay, so. I just want to
Hello.
talk to the other two.
I'm Rain.
Did I talk to the other two? Did I talk to Alice yet with Rain?
Yeah,
Let me
what
just
a nice
check.
guy. It was a
And we'll move on to
practice
the
that
next
was
day.
part of a surgery.
It's getting closer, isn't it?
Damn it, Leaky.
What's getting closer?
The event. Whatever's going to happen to Ellis. I can feel it.
There was definitely squealing. Not good squealing.
Do you think that...
I doubt it. As far as I know, they're live on air a lot of the time, and not sure he could have nipped out, murdered Dorota, and made it back for the news at 10.
So it could...
It could be anyone. It could be you, Ray.
Black hair streaming beneath the surface. She must be dead.
Hey.
How's the weed?
Sam's asked if I can get anything else out of this. It's full of wit and repartee as per usual. Dead people have a lot of time on their hands.
Sharing this with us. Now, Poe, do you have any ideas what this might represent?
The closing of the eye.
No, okay.
So it's she wants.
Stop
to,
it with the teddy bear toilet!
At least the person she's observing in the dream is.
Okay. Alright. Come on. No, I would not say that.
Project onto the other person that they're.
Let's have a quick see if there are any more. Now I've got my infos.
Did he? Did he tell you that he was there too? I assumed Dorota was disappointed with the sex they'd had, so Zack killed her for attacking his masculinity. Well, that's just a lie. He's covering for himself.
But except you did because you knew.
I never
about the
went
wedding
into
dress.
her bedroom. How could it be me?
Emotion. And then the drowning actually relates to emotional stress.
Thanks for trying to cheer me up.
Sorry.
We chased her up onto a rooftop, and she jumped. Rain almost saved her.
I never showed you my playthrough of Infectious Dr. Decker with
Chief
her
DuPont dragged that up, I suppose.
as the killer. It was disturbing.
Now, what's that supposed to mean? Of course he was trying to save her.
But thank you again for sharing with us.
Oh, I'm so impressed again.
He's looking nervous, but I
Lady
think he's nervous because he doesn't want
take some.
Alice to die.
Welcome to Poe's Curiosity Shop. Okay, Monroe, here's the
Oh, that
object
would be
for
rather
today.
epic. Okay.
I suppose it did look a bit like that on the video. He managed to grab her ankle as she went over, but he just didn't have the strength to hold her. Still, he kept pretty quiet about that, didn't he?
That's probably why I wasn't charged.
How did they even get in that position, Sal? That's the question you should be asking. Sure, he tried to save her, but did he? Yeah, Dr. Tanner. She's checking up on Violet. Why are you still giving her a hard time about this? She's had it tough enough already.
She was there.
She's had a shopping list of medical issues. This is just the latest thing. She might seem tough on the outside, but she's frightened, Sam. About a lot of things. The doctor said the aliens are delusions, a side effect of her previous alcoholism. She's been sober 6 months, and I don't want to change that, Sam. The neuropathy she suffered due to alcohol is causing her problems. The pills are to try to help with that, but guess they have side effects too. Memory loss. She's not a monster. Just a little girl lost.
I think someone's a little bit deluded.
She was drinking to forget. She ran with a bad crowd a few years ago. They branded their backs with symbols, basically a cult. The leaders were imprisoned, but they left a lot of baggage behind. You won't get any mileage talking to her about it, I assure you. Rain's still a suspect. No corroborated alibi. Bronwyn Castle has one, Lexi Taylor doesn't. I got my search back on Rain, or Petrovsky, as we should call him. He's got priors that you're looking into. Rain met Ellis when he was touting for work. He gets around quickly. Ellis knows Violet because of the free radio project. Ellis thinks Violet doesn't like her very much. I'm not sure I like you very much. Where's the proof? Violet's just admitted being at the crime scene last night with Zach. It's not looking good for Zach.
It's not looking very good for Violet either!
Isn't it clear? He was playing football last night. He said that Dorota had a wedding dress in her closet. Not many people would know that. I think you've narrowed it down to Zach, Rain, and Lexi. That's just my professional opinion, mind you. Feel free to ignore the person who hired you. That's it.
Zach, Rain, and Lexi. No, I haven't
Present him.
actually.
It's pitiful, cack, cack, cack. It's only protest.
I couldn't do this without him. He looks out for me. He's my best friend. What do you know, Sam? It's true. A girl likes to keep her options open. What if someone new were to turn up in town and I realize that I like them more?
Jesus Christ, why is
No.
everyone flirting with me?
Never mind, Sam. That's not what I was getting at. At all.
I know it wasn't.
Waiting for what?
He looks like a man rejected.
This thing. We're on to kittens now, Uni? Uni meowed. Ivan pushed himself up and went to get a towel.
How do you do it, Sam? It's been just a few hours since you've arrived, and yet you've got my life story already.
Because I'm that good. Oh, well that's just a stupid
I
answer.
can barely remember anything about it anymore. I drank solidly for quite a long time. Day drinking, morning drinking, afternoon drinking. According to Dr. Tanner, I've hurt my body quite a bit. My nervous system. Alcoholic neuropathy. That's why I can't really feel the tips of my fingers anymore. Most of the memories have gone now. It just took quite a bit of me with it.
Why don't you play these games,
easily.
Scruff?
The thin bones crackling and fizzing with bubbling blood. The wet towel stuck to his...
Next chapter.
It's now 10 o'clock. Here's your August update. Investigations deepen into last night's murder
Oh, I
of
totally did on
21-year-old
Dr. Decker
Dorota
as well.
Shaw. Miss Shaw, a talented
Hector Mon.
cellist who had recently been granted a place at Juilliard, was found strangled at her home last night. With the murderer still at large, Chief DuPont has urged residents to remain calm and stresses there is almost no chance of anyone else being harmed. Alice, if you're listening, let me know you're okay. In other news, a handful of August residents have reported seeing strange lights in the sky earlier this evening. The lights, which witnesses described as searingly bright, were spotted over the east edge of town, past the fire station.
Assuming I'm going to need at least one more
Have you
playthrough.
seen any strange lights? Or for that matter, little green men? Let me know. That's 10 o'clock with Poe.
Come on. Next chapter.
August's gone crazy tonight. I've just got off the phone with someone who thinks they saw a UFO on one of the nights that Violet went missing. Aliens will be normal right now. Anyway, now you're here, it's time. What do you suggest we do with Ellis Monroe? Monroe's a local treasure around here, Sam. Don't let anything happen to her.
Sam, I'm not sure. Do you think you can stop someone from trying to kill me? That's all I needed to hear. Thanks for staying with me, Sam. I know it's dangerous. I don't know why you're here, but I'm glad you are. It's almost 10 o'clock, Sam. When's it going to be over? You said Bromley will call when it's safe. Should we call them now? Or are we just supposed to wait? I know you're just being good, but that's kind of easy for you to say right now. I think I'm probably going to have a heart attack before anyone gets a chance to kill me. That's the door. That's the door, Sam. What are we gonna do?
Oh, bleep bloop. Video saved the radio star, 35G. You saved Alice! Yeah, I know. I figured if she's not... Yeah, why not made it pop after? I know. But I figure if she's not, like, within my sight, then...
Alice, thank God. I've been outside all the time, okay? Bronwyn Castle just called. She said the danger is over. They've done a new reading.
I can't see her, then she's not safe.
There's another victim now. Look, Danny's outside. He's going to take you somewhere safe, okay? Sam, I think you should find out who the next victim's going to be. Then come and see me in my office.
It's 11 o'clock. I'm Poe, and this is your August update. Police investigating the murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw say they are getting closer to apprehending the killer. The death of Miss Shaw, who was found strangled at her home late last night, has sparked a massive police operation and caused alarm amongst August residents. Monroe has some personal business to attend to, but she sends you all her love and hopes to be back on the air tomorrow. And Monroe, if you can hear me, I'm sending my love out to you too. That's 11 o'clock with Poe.
Next chapter.
Sam, I have some bad news. We've done a group reading, and it's
Yes, I think so. No, maybe not. Some of them
I
are.
don't know, Sam. I don't know what to say. It's normally a death sentence, but with you, it might be different. I think you've interfered too much. That's why you're the next target.
It was.
I've called Chief DuPont already. He's asked that you meet with him. You should go, Sam. Be careful.
Pro tip, don't die.
It's almost midnight. You're still alive. This is a good thing, but no one's even attempted to kill you yet. You've given me a lot of evidence, enough to arrest someone. But who? Make the right decision, and you should be safe. If we don't, well, we've all got to sleep at some point. I can get someone to guard your room at the guest house, but it might not be enough. So, Sam, who should I arrest?
Okay, well, I definitely don't want a hint. I just need the bathroom before I make this life-altering decision, so I'll be right back. No, it was Miss Scarlet in the conservatory with a revolver. Yeah, I know. Then they won't know who to murder unless they know that I'm a shape-shifting detective. I just want to say before I go into the whole guessing part, or, debating part, is I love replaying it to find out how the story changes subtly. Because it's a lot easier to tell who did it the second time because you know what happened the first time. If it's the whole random thing. Okay, so I'm not asking for a hint. Because he said it was like Zach, Lexi, or Rain. So let's think. It was not me. I don't think it was the chief. Why is he suddenly saying Bronwyn has an alibi? She was the one that said she was reading a book. Yeah, it could be me. But if it was me, then Alice would have died. I feel like it's Violet. The reasoning behind that is because Zach... She said that Dorota looked out of her window after Zach left. I'm going
Fine.
for it.
Are you sure? Fine. Okay, I trust you, Sam. I just hope you know what you're doing. I'll get the paperwork drawn up, we'll get Violet in. See if we can't get a confession to something.
I'm sorry. Sorry, Alkesh. I think it was your girlfriend.
I'm sorry. That was in bad taste. Bronwyn asked me to check that you're okay, and you seem to be. Well done catching a killer, by the way. Well, hopefully you did. Scream if you need me.
It's 1 o'clock in the morning, and this is Poe with your August update. We don't normally have them at this time, but since there's a killer on the loose, I feel it's my duty to keep the radio station manned. I personally spoke with Chief DuPont earlier, and he thinks they're close to catching the killer. Until that happens, though, please lock your doors and stay inside. Remain vigilant. The light has faded, and so has my fortitude. I see things in shadows, behind doors and under desks. I hear the chattering of teeth and the glee of insects waiting to feed on me. The studio undulates like a heart that
this is just
beats
creepy, Poe.
its last beats. I can't go on. I must to bed. Forgive me, Lady August. Forgive me.
Ooh, 2:14 at the end. Well, if I was wrong, then I'm gonna be deaded. I wonder if it can be Sam.
Hello, sleepyhead.
Ooh,
I'm so
blip,
glad
blip.
to see you alive.
Look, Mum, I'm detective. 90G. Picked Dorota's murderer first time!
Enjoy the journey, Sam. Don't think of things as ending. Something new is beginning. Violet's locked up. She's being charged for murder. Travelers don't like being incarcerated, so they'll have jumped realities already. It's not something that a jury will believe. The shell they've left behind won't remember what they've done. And spend a life in prison. All we can do is try and stop the next one. Sam, come with us, please. We could really use someone like you and, well, just... will you? Really? Oh, Sam, that's wonderful. Let's finish packing and we can leave this afternoon. Sam, thank you. We're going to change lives, believe me.
I'm sorry.
Hey, sweet cheeks. You did good. Real good. You win. Alexi hug.
I'm getting hugged a lot.
Sam, I'm just going to say it because you only live once and all that. Sam, I think I've fallen for you. That's it. That's all I wanted to say. It's out there now. We can get on with our lives. I see. Nice thing. Well, nothing ventured, nothing gained. Heart wants what it wants. Perhaps you should go for a while so I can have a little cry. I'll be okay though.
Okay, we don't use that word.
Sam,
Or that
you're
phrase.
safe. Thank Christ.
Okay, what's with the hug?
Sorry. I don't know where that came from.
We don't. Friend zoned is... It's not a good phrase, put it this way. And it's probably a little deep to go into on stream. Feel free, we can talk, if you want to, we can talk about it in Discord later. But, yeah.
Well, Sam, I didn't think... Well, this changes things.
I didn't think you'd leave without saying goodbye.
Okay,
People do
getting
horrible things to people every day. I'm just glad there's someone like you around to save us. I mean, everyone needs a little saving from time to time. Even me.
Even you.
That's easy for you to say. Look what you've just been through. I'd have been dead a few hours ago if it wasn't for you. But you're right. I am strong. I will be fine. But I like having you around, Sam. I hope you're staying.
Sam, you did good. I thought you would. I mean, not that I've got a signed confession or anything. Yet. Apparently, they don't remember anything about the murders, but Bronwyn seems pretty convinced it's over. Well done. I hear you're leaving town with the tarot readers. That's a real big shame. You were starting to fit in here. But good luck to you. You're doing what many of us have died trying. Leaving August. And I've stuck to my word. That problem you had, I buried it. The coroner's report is going to say the woman was dead when you arrived, not after. I don't personally believe in exorcism or anything like that, but over the last 24 hours, I'm starting to think things aren't as cut and dried as I'd like them to be.
Okay, but if...
You're a good person, Sam. At least that's definitely how it looks from the outside.
But... Huh?
I am Dorota. I am 21 years old. I love playing cello, and I just been awarded a scholarship to Juilliard. I just love cello. I love all string instruments, but cello is rich and deep and soothing, at least to me. No, cello is my hobby, but my real passion is... It's silly, it sounds silly. Well, I would like to build a time machine. I know. But it is possible. I think people make mistakes. They do things they regret and they say things they don't mean. I want to go back in time. I want to make better choices.
You know why you're here, don't you? Because you did well. And you know what happens when you do well?
I don't die.
Augmentation. Congratulations, Agent 3.13. Welcome to 3.14.
Pie! The end. It wasn't that it was the end of the game. That was obvious. It was more the... Ooh! 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 Hang on. Okay. Beep bloop. Hashtag winning. 90G. Agent X augmented you! Enter secret
Debriefing 3204, Birmingham. Transmit. And we're ready. Are you human?
Am I? Well, I personally
Debrief
am.
complete. Agent ready. You can go.
Okay. Right, okay. Interesting. I totally read it right. I totally read it right. I'm sorry, Alkesh, but it was your favorite actress. But of course I have to now play it again and choose different, not tonight obviously. I could play it again on Thursday. I don't think Nika's out until Friday. Whoa, we didn't see any of these scenes. Maybe we'll play it again on Thursday and be an asshole. Whoa! These are all different scenes that I didn't see. Mind you, TA had something about a gem that I didn't get. So, it's definitely a case of it could be any of them. And it changes each time. Which is what happened with Infectious Dr. Decker. I'm gonna have a quick peek at the achievements, I think. So I've got 8 out of 21. Wow, okay, so you had one job, you told Oscar you were a shapeshifting detective. Fair enough. And then... there's 3 that have 0.00%. Interesting. There's some really interesting achievements in this. I think I'm actually pleased with how that went. I'm very pleased with how that went. Okay, so yes. Yeah, we can do another playthrough on Thursday. If everyone's up for that. And then I think Nika's out on Friday, so I might do a Friday stream. Can't quite remember what we've got on this. Yeah, no, that should work. Might do a bonus Friday stream. Other than that, I've been Joe, otherwise known as Angel SK, as it says on the screen. This has been the Shapeshifting Detective. This was a very, very, very cool game. Thank you everybody for watching. It's been awesome having you here. And I bid you good night.